Good evening, everyone, and a warm welcome to Bhagavad Mission and Social School TV weekly English Zoom Satsang. Today's topic is the birth of clarity, and we are happy to have Mr. Muru with us to share his insights and wisdom. May today's session help us gain deeper clarity and understanding on our spiritual journey. Now, with great pleasure, I invite Mr. Muru to begin the session. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Prakash. Good evening, everyone. Okay, today's topic is about spiritual genesis, the birth of clarity. Before I start on with the topic, I would like to say whatever that I'm going to share is only fragments of what Ayya has taught. So I strongly urge all of us to read his books, to participate the program given by him, and also to listen to the videos he's teaching in order for all of us to get the best out of what he has to say. Okay. Let me introduce some of his books that I think it is worth reading. It is in English. This book is called "Don't Delay Enlightenment." It's one of the first book he has authored. All right. It is in English, and give up meditation and get enlightenment. Give up meditation and get enlightenment. This is another book. It's a very good book. And Renounce God and Be God. This is another book he has written. It's available in English. Another one is Absolute Reality. Okay. And another one is Vedanta. All written by Ayya, and it is I urge you to read it so that you understand what he has to say in his own words. This, whatever that I'm going to say today is in a form of exploration, which means we're going to participate together, exploring what is there. As exploration, I'm going to urge all of us to take slow steps together in exploring the familiar slowly from the familiar to unfamiliar, because it will set a good ground for us. Okay. With that, I want to let you know that about 25 years ago, I happened to be somewhere in the northern part of the India. These are during my seeking days, where I love to travel. One of the countries that I went, in the northern part is the India. It's called somewhere near Himalaya. As I was doing my seeking from one monastery to another, I happened to stop by this very big monastery where it is well known. I don't want to say which monastery. And I went in, I met this, I was welcomed by one of the high priests. I think he is maybe third or fourth in the rank. And he was assigned to manage and to welcome the foreign students or seekers. As I met this person, I exchanged my respect, the customary respect, and how the Indian, being Indian, supposed to offer to another priest. After all those exchanges, he offered me a place to stay, and I stayed there. And the best part of it is he liked something about me, because being a person very nonchalant and candid, I am quite jovial as well in person. So he liked my candor, and we established quite a friendship, right? And to the extent that I could joke, I speak as how casual talk happens always. And we started talking, and he's quite elderly man and with a long beard and how a priest should look, but he was quite jovial and quite a friend to me. I do not know why. After about 2 weeks, our friendship grew very, very deep. And I asked him one question. I told him, "You appear to be a person who love like what things that I like, then why are you here? Have you found what you're looking for?" And he told me, he, he just looked at me, stared at me, said, "Let me tell you the truth. I have not found anything yet." And he said, "In fact, I do not know what I'm seeking." And this coming from a high priest. And I was like uh, quite stunned with the answer, because I've seen how people bow down and get blessing from him. And I asked him, if it is so, and your natural instinct is towards your, worldly things, why don't you just come out? He told me, "I can't. I'm stuck here. I can't survive outside." Those moment, that moment, something in me felt very pity towards him. Like, how can I help him? I could give him some money, and which I did, but in the long run, how else I can? Then I told myself I should help myself. I don't want to end up like him. So with that experience, it showed that the physical needs are the most important. And this is also validated by Aya's teaching, saying that even after clarity or enlightenment, what one must do is go out and serve the world and have a better life, have a quality life, fulfilling life to one and the rest of the people. And the same thing, Aya says physical needs are the first thing that one has to take care. And it also validated by our own experience. And to support further, I would like to quote the management guru, Abraham Maslow. If you look for Abraham Maslow, you will know that Maslow has actually arranged human needs in a pyramid system. Maslow says the first needs that we need to fulfill is our physiological needs, meaning our needs for food, our need to keep our body warm, shelter, air and water, food. These are the physiological needs all human need to fulfill. We cannot deny this. Unlike some extreme spiritual school of thought, where it says that those needs need to be subdued. But in reality, these are the first needs that we need to fulfill. And Aya also emphasized on this. So in order to fulfill our physical needs in the world, we are driven by desire, isn't it? Our desire pulls us towards fulfilling our physical needs. Suppose I'm going to take us from a familiar ground to unfamiliar ground. So let us touch the physical world first. Let's say I want something in my life, and it is call it a point B, and we are at a point A. Okay. So the drive is from A to B, isn't it? Suppose I want something in my life. I'm here, and the object of my desire is point B. And of course, I want to get that thing that I desire in this physical world fast, isn't it? Because I need to fulfill my needs. So the question is, if I want to move from A to B, this is being A and this is being B, how do I get it fast? Do I have to go this way to reach here? Or do I have to go this way, backtrack? Or do I have to go straight? Which is the shortest distance from A to B? Is there anyone want to answer, or I can keep talking? So mathematically, from point A to B is a straight line. Okay, so we can get whatever we want because mathematically it's proven it's straight line. It's simple as that. Is it how it is? Suppose let's say this is mineral water, right? I want to drink this mineral water, and the mineral water is my point B, and I'm A, and I want to reach out to B. First thing, I need to have a clear sight of it, isn't it? I must know in order for me to apply the law of straight line, which is the fastest way to get to my point B, which is my object of desire in this physical world, I need to be in my straight line method. So I must be able to see it clearly. I need to have a clear sight of what I want to attain. I need to see clearly where the bottle of mineral water is. Only then I can take the mineral water and quench my thirst. So psychologically, we need to be clear on what we want. Our goals, even in spirituality, need to be clear. Without clarity, you would not be able to reach out to point B. We will be going backtracking or in a cyclic momentum where we would not end up in point B. That is first law of straight line, second law of clarity. We need to be clear. Then I need to pay attention towards it. If I know what I want, I see what I want, but I keep my attention somewhere else most of the time, then would I be able to get to point B? Just explore with me. I said from familiar to unfamiliar, right? So will I be able to go to point B? No. Thank you for answering. So I give you another example. Suppose we need to go through a surgery, right? And we are on the bed. And the surgeon says, well, I will do the surgery on you, but I can't miss this live match that is playing, football match. I need to watch it. So I'm going to switch on the TV. I'm going to pay attention to the TV, the game that is going on while performing the surgery. And I am the expert. Would you say yes to it? No, definitely we'll say no. I want my surgeon to pay close attention to the process, the procedure. So we know and understand how important attention is towards our point B in order for us to travel in a straight line in whatever we want in this physical world. Correct? Okay. Third is moving energy. In order for me to reach out to this mineral water, I need to have energy. Without energy, even if I know what I want, I clear about what I want, but my energy is totally on something else, then I would not be able to arrive at my point B in a straight line. My energy will be depleted, will be spent, wasted. And all I would do is, oh, tomorrow, or maybe next week, we will keep on giving excuses. And that would not make us reach out to the point B that we want. So attention is important, clarity is important, and energy is essential. So physical needs is always and comes first. And in order for us to achieve anything in this life, we need to travel in law of straight line. So far, okay for the physical world? Do you want me to repeat? Okay, now let's move on. Suppose we already know this, all this, right? Okay, we know all these laws. Now, I want to travel.
No, sorry to interrupt you. You said energy, clarity, and then attention. These three things more important to align, no?
Yes, I said in order to arrive in a fastest possible way in a straight line, I say these three laws are applicable.
Attention, clarity, and then energy.
Yeah, law of straight line, law of clarity, and attention.
Okay. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
sir?
I won't
Okay,
recollect.
now we know this information. We know these laws, right? I shared. Suppose you are expert in these laws now. But now, suppose we are sitting on a card. You know what is card, right? A card means it is tied up to three horses.
Card. Oh, okay. Card. Okay.
Okay, card tied up to three horses.
Okay.
And we're going to travel in this card from point A to point B in a straight line. And we know all these laws. But the thing is, one horse here going this side towards water because it's thirsty. He wants to go drink water. And in the middle, another horse doesn't want to move. And this horse here moving this side towards grass, some green grass. What would we do to these horses?
Nothing will happen. Card will be there, same place.
Yes. What would we usually do to these horses?
Same vision or same direction.
No, what we will do to the horses usually, we will whip the horse. Correct? I mean, we have seen it, right?
Yeah, with the what is it? What is
We
it?
will whip it.
Yeah, beat does. Yeah.
Yeah, we will whip the horse.
And also
We will pull the horse.
And also they wear that some glasses, no, side glasses for horse.
Yeah. We will cover the eyes so that
eyes
they look straight.
straight. Okay.
Brilliant. I like it. Right? We will cover their eye range, the eyesight range, so that they get focused, and we whip it, we pull it, we even scold the horses, right?
Yes.
Or we will overfeed them, and we will do all kind of things so that we can move to point B. Right?
Yeah.
So my question now, what if these three horses represented by our mind first, second is our body, third is our emotion? Isn't it what we do? Because most of the time we want to arrive somewhere, but psychologically, experientially, emotionally, we are pulled from one to another, and we are in constant conflict within us. Isn't it so?
Yes, you're right.
Yes. And what we usually do, sir?
So distraction in our goal.
We will try to control one element, one property within us at the cost of another.
Oh.
A constant conflict and constant damage.
Mm.
And this is continuously going on within us. And in ancient time, they realized, yes, there seems to be some lack of control. Whatever we decide, we cannot do. Some external element, invisible element is in force. They seems to control all this despite our will or want or need. So what we must do? The ancients realized in order for us to take control and arrive and fulfill and live our life, we need to first understand all these three elements. And why we want to understand these three elements? Our ancient schools, they said we can understand. Once we understand, then we can take control of it. We want to control the mind. We want to control the body. We want to control the emotion. And this control element in these three has given birth to many types of schools. The ancients realized when these three are not controlled, there seems to be many eyes within us. One eye makes a promise, another eye breaks the promise. One eye makes a will towards something, another eye not so willful about it. It's just momentary. Then they realize we are governed by many eyes within us, momentary eyes. There is no single eye. So they thought we should create a singular eye, and they call it whatever name that they want. A singular eye where a master is born, where he controls all these three elements. Again, it is about control. The school that developed in propagating the element of mind, doing research towards the mind, right, is school where I called it yogis, right? They will go into the mind mechanism. They know many things about how the mind works and, you know, what mind can do. And they develop many practices to control the mind, and they become the specialists of the mind at the absence of emotion and body. So this school of thought will only speak about thought processes, how to control mind, you know, and become a champion in mind processes. And another school will talk about body. They say whatever the mind or feeling, if I can keep my body uptight and full of energy, then I will be able to get what I want. So they develop whatever kind of practices, sadhanas. Some of them are called fakirs, dervishes. You know what is fakir? It is a practice of putting, you have seen, maybe you have read or seen that they will probably stand in one leg for 20 years. They will put the body into tremendous torture to build some bodily will. It's called creation of will.
Sir,
But
I can't understand what is that.
is a way where the body is put through in a very extreme sadhanas in order to tame the body.
Okay,
so
what is
that the
that
body
sadhana?
listens.
What is that sadhana? Can you please give me an example?
You see, I can't specifically give any sadhanas here. I
Uh-huh.
can tell you to relate it to, you must have seen or read that sometimes people stand in one leg for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, or sit in one position for many years.
Oh, okay, sadhana.
Okay, to the
Okay,
extreme, to the extreme.
okay, I got it.
All right, doing such, they develop some kind of focal energy within the body, and
Mhm.
you might be able to feel the surrounding energy around them. And
Mhm.
these people are experts in that. Again, it's about control. Okay, then comes the school of feelings. Here, they go into developing all kind of practices in keeping the blissful feelings. They want to master it. So keeping a blissful feeling become the main focal point of their studies and exploration. They play music, they will dance like the Sufis. All this to keep a blissful feeling for a long time. We can look at it in our school of thought. Some of the school will use all kind of songs, chants, and music in elevating the emotion part of it. Okay, then there will be another school where it will encompasses all these three, developing all this mind, body, and emotion. And another school of thought is born saying that all these three are governed by invisible force. This invisible force need to be studied and researched upon. So they said we will go direct and investigate on the invisible force. So far, okay? With all these three schools doing each research studies, there were born many teachings, many ways being taught to all the seekers, and each seekers, they get confused with one another, which one is correct. So we end up looking from one, jumping from one teaching, another teaching, all because there is no clarity. We are bombarded with information and also experiences, because each practices gives us experience. But end of the day, we don't get fulfillment. We don't arrive. We do not know. So we end up staying as a seeker for a very long time. There is a no, I'm not an exception here. I have gone through that part as well. So looking at all this, the very genesis of spirituality has come about because of we want to control something, the element of property within us, which is body, mind, and emotion. And it always speaks about control, in order to control all this so that we can arrive somewhere. What did Ayya say? Ayya says, after going through all this teaching for 40 years, Ayya discovered that do we really need to control all this? Or the best question that we can ask, do we really can control all these elements within us? Look at our minds, sir. The thoughts that going to happen in next 5 minutes time. Any one of you know what's gonna come out of your head? What thoughts going to happen in 5 minutes time? Including me or anyone? In 5 minutes time, this thought will happen. And this thought will stay for 20 seconds. Can we have such a control?
No, we don't have a control. Yeah,
So
what that will come, we don't know.
what thought's going to happen to us in this simple experiment, thought experiment, we know that we don't have such control, right? So why are we investing our time into controlling something that cannot be controlled? Because somebody say that can be controlled. And when you control that, you get some power. And with that power, you can attain something. Somebody has said that. It's not our own experience, isn't it?
No, my question here, we are getting a lot of thought, thousands of thought, but finally we would decide to stay one thought. No, that thought become good or a bad because of our experience.
I don't quite get you, sir.
Sir, thing is there, you are getting a lot of thoughts. You said no, we are getting within a 5 minutes lot of thoughts.
Okay.
But finally we held up one thought that
Finally?
we held up one thought because
Okay.
that is going to be repeating.
All right.
Okay, but
What you're saying,
Mm.
what's your name, sir?
If it is held up on thought, that may give good reflection or bad reflection. No?
No, I'm not talking about good or evil, sir.
Okay.
Right?
No,
We
thoughts
are
may
not
be good.
talking about good or evil because that is another topic.
Okay.
We are actually talking the property of thought itself and the origination of thought. Is it in our control? Because the question here is control.
No. Okay. No
It
control.
is not in our control. All right. Put aside good and evil because it's a subject of value-based. So the control here is absence. What we could control in our mind is how we can apply the thoughts that comes. We can select and continue thinking about it. If I want to apply thinking in order to do something, then I could do so, isn't it? Suppose I want to take this mineral water, I'm thirsty, and the thought came saying that grab it. Or I say, and I change the thought process into thinking, yes, I want it, and I reach out for it. So my thinking gives birth to an action, isn't it, sir?
Yes, sir. You're right.
Yeah. Thought by itself generates due to some circumstances. The water and thirst can reside here in front of me, but I can be in other thoughts. I can be thinking about what's the score going to be like, or what dinner going to be served, or whether what my daughter is doing, in a room. Whatever thoughts that comes from my memory, and the circumstances I am here in the house, then I will be thinking about what my daughter is doing, all the thoughts coming. But the moment I recognize that I have a thirst and I want to take an action, only the thinking allows that I should reach out for it. So that is thinking that I can control and I can execute an action. Okay?
Sir, most of the time, what you said. Okay, I need that. I'm a thirsty, so I want to take the drinking water. Okay. But
Okay.
most of the time, it is not happening like that. No, most of the time, whenever the thoughts lot of coming, but it's morely about where you got failure, where you got get some injuries
Okay.
by emotional injuries. That only we are morely thinking.
Okay.
So in
The
that
thoughts
case,
are okay. The thoughts are happening, sir.
hmm,
Whatever thoughts that happening you mentioned just now,
hmm.
are you thinking about it or it's happening on its own?
It's happening its own. It's own
When
only
it's
because
okay.
when we got some injured from some other third person, so that thought automatically coming, and it's on focusing on the same thought again and again. So
Okay.
even I'm not thinking, but it's automatically happening. You said you have to give freedom to the thought, but it's not happening like that.
Okay.
If you give
Now,
the freedom to the thought, but it is going to deep into that thought only, not in the good thought, whatever is good or bad. No, when you got injured by some people, that thought only we are going more and more the time.
when you get injured by someone, someone
Mm-hmm.
hurt you, then it's
Mm.
quite natural for you and me to have a thoughts
Yes.
about it. It is
Mm.
quite natural to expect not to have such thoughts and to claim I should have a kind thoughts only.
Mm.
It is again we are getting caught in the control mechanism.
Yeah, but
All right.
what is my question here means once you're going to that thought, no, suppose what I said, no, injured, hurt by some people, my energy got drained because of that thoughts.
Okay. Your
So
when you
how I can come out of that?
all right. We are having thoughts. Now you are
Yes,
having thoughts, right?
exactly.
Now you are having thoughts, and if you are fully understand the
Mm.
thoughts are coming by itself, then the very expectation to be out of it and questioning and putting a duration would not be applied. You would not put an expectation over it should come out because I have understood this teaching.
Mm. Mm.
Let it be with no expectation, because your expectation, we are still getting trapped with the thoughts and converting into thinking and propelling further together, getting caught with the thinking process.
But I understand, sir. But thing is that by thinking that thought, I got lose my energy. In that case, you said you have to give freedom to the thought.
Okay.
So when if I give the freedom, I'm deep driving to that only. So in that case, what is my next question? What is my next step on that one? Kumar Badri, can you have a instruction after a speech? Okay, we can. Okay, I'll raise the question later.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And where was I? Okay, I
Sorry.
was talking about the mind thought process.
Yes, yes, yes.
Right. Now, secondly, about emotion. Aya says all our emotions are not our own doing. We don't choose to be angry. We don't choose to be sad. We don't choose to be anything bad, isn't it? Of all you can make a choice, we would want to stay in a happy state. But despite our decision, feelings naturally comes and goes. So feelings are reaction to a stimulus and thought. And it, let's say something bad happens, I naturally, it will impact my conscious mind and transfer it to subconscious mind, and subconscious will throw away an emotion as a protective mechanism in order for me to manage a situation. If I am surrounded by 5 mobsters, mobsters are gangsters, and I am in the middle of fight where they want to harm me or injure me, naturally the subconscious mind will throw in anger within me. And only with that anger, I could protect myself. To expect for one not to have emotion, negative emotion, you call it, it is like taking the control, pulling the horse again, whipping the horse again. But what happens when we don't take control? It will just fade away. It is only at this point, it might not perhaps take 5 minutes. It might take half an hour. But the more we understand this is a natural process, it will just move away. The next is, how about body? How do we control our body? Is there anything that we can control within our body mechanism? Yes or no? Is it totally cannot control body?
No, we don't have any control, no, generally. We don't have any control over body.
I can
It's
raise my
automatic.
hand. I can control the movement of my hand.
Yes,
I can
okay.
control what I want to say.
Mhm.
I can control the movement of my leg. So some are moving center, right? The moving centers within hands, legs, and our speech. And also to some extent, there are other two which you can read about it, right? And thinking, it's within our control. Beside that, other processes are not in our control. The bodily function which we can control is only applied for our action so that we can get what we want. In Tamil, they call it karma something. Karmendiram. Yeah, Karmendiram. And in English or Mid Eastern teaching, they call it moving center. So far, okay? So
No,
we have
you
talked about control and how we from familiar ground to unfamiliar ground. Now let's look at what is the objective of spirituality based on major religion.
peace of mind is the generally used to thought, no? Peace of mind.
Major religion always propagate, let me quote, the people of book. You know, people of book, those are people of books are from the Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. Three religions are called people of books. This major religion, what is their spiritual goal? Is to surrender. None of the books, I'm not talking about the sex, the segment of teaching, you know, the major religions actual teaching is surrender to God. They will never tell, in fact, they will never say that one should go attain godship, one should merge with God. No, because anyone who claims within these three religion, it will call blasphemy. They will be stoned to death in ancient time. What is the goal? These are the people of books. Their essential goal is to pray and surrender to God. What is the goal of Hinduism? I mean, our scripture says attain mukti. And
You
what is
become
mukti?
you become God. You become God.
Is it that?
Yeah, that's what my understanding. My
Okay.
understanding.
Perhaps, you know, mukti is end of seeking. You
Hand
put
of
an end
seeking.
to seeking, where you realize that once you end your seeking, then that which you ended is what you are.
No,
Okay, what
hand
you
of
said is correct, sir. I'm coming to that. All right.
no hand of
How
seeking means
you
no, no, sorry. Hand of seeking means in Tamil. What is that? What you can say? Hand of seeking means receiving.
read, sir? Let me apply some thought thinking. விடுதலை
Vidudalai. Okay.
Okay, vidudalai.
Freedom. It means freedom.
Freedom. When you end your
But
seeking, you are in freedom. You don't look for the higher anymore.
oh, okay, I got it.
Ayah also, okay, with that, I'm coming to what you said about being one with God. Ayah always speak about two truth. One is absolute truth. Another one is physical truth. Absolute truth in the we call it metaphysics, where it speaks about the absoluteness. You can call it God. We usually call it God, and what else we call it? I know that most of the time we call it God, the invisible higher power. Okay, that is absolute truth, metaphysics. A physical truth is something that within our sensation, this physical world. So the question is, can the physical truth need to go and obtain the absolute truth? Because most of the time we say that we must attain to Godship, right? So here, Ayah says absolute truth, and there is physical truth, practical truth, objective truth. Can this sense body, which is physical truth, attain the absoluteness? Can or not, sir? So the question is, before we go to can or cannot, the question that we need to ask is the physical truth is different from absolute truth, is away from absolute truth, or it is within the absolute truth. It is already within the absolute truth. Once we realize that we are the subset of those absolute truth, then the very effort to go and achieve it will drop off, because we are there. And the Mahavakyas confirm this. The very function of Mahavakyas is to tell as objective truth, physical truth, practical truth. It is not distinct from absolute truth. You are that. That doesn't mean we go around and claiming that I am that, you are not that. No, it is for us to come to the point where the seeking stops. The psychological becoming, seeking, we put an end to it. Because we recognize that we are already there. A concrete understanding. Okay? With that, we are in the ocean, sir. We are like a fish in the ocean. You don't have to go and look for the water, right? Fish in the sea would not swim and swim look for water, right? It is already in the water and blissfully swimming. Once we understand the teaching that is brought to us by Ayah, then there will be peace of mind at the end of seeking. So with that, I conclude my presentation, and thanks for exploring together. Prakash, over to you.
Thank you so much, sir. Your knowledge, wisdoms.
Thank you, Murtad. Thank you. I think anyone wants to ask any question or feedback. I think Shankar Narayan sir raised a hand before.
No, I just wanted to have the speech to be completed first after the interaction. So I was trying to request that. Other than that, there are no questions from my end. And speech is very interesting, very informative, inspiring. Thank you so much, Muru.
Thank you, sir.
Any questions? Anyone wants to ask question?
Yeah, sir, Muru sir, my question, no, till I'm not end up that one. You said no, you have to give the freedom to your thought. Thought become a thing like that, no. So you said you should not control the thought. So if when a negative thought come, I'm deep drive to that one. In that case, you say that it's a freedom. You have to leave that. So how do, because that make my drain energy. So how do I come out of that?
Okay, India, I would like to ask you something, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about a situation where you are compelled to be, where you have not find a solution, where it is continuously happening?
Oh, okay.
Are
Yeah,
you
of
are you
course.
talking about a situation such as
Yeah,
that?
like that. See, to be honest, I can say I'm financially some of the person cheated me. To be honest, so in that case, I don't want he become he was in a friend as a friend he was with me more than or 1.5 years or 2 years. The journey was nice actually, but he was seeking the help only for financial help only. He was with me for 1.5 years as a friend. After getting that my financial help, after that he just leave it about that. And myself, I just keep bound that he is not returning my fund, but I don't want to go for any legal actions like that. As a, he was 1.5 years, he was like a friend. He was my journey was with us a good friend, but I don't want to go any legal actions or any. I don't want to go any police complaint like that. I'm just thinking that, but people are saying that you have to go for any actions you have to take, then only you can get the fund. So that is keeping him wounded. And sometimes even though I'm working all the things, I'm doing everything, but sometimes somehow I'm just while doing something, I just into the thought, that thought I am always falling to that. So how to come out of that?
Sir, you have not put a closure to it, sir.
Mm-hmm.
As long as outward situation,
Mm-hmm.
you have not put a closure to it, then a prompting will happen now
Mm-hmm.
and then. And it is only natural
Mm-hmm.
for the thought to come because you have not put a closure. And you
Close.
need to find what kind of closure you want to put. Either you want to complete it, it is gone, let it
Mm-hmm.
gone, let it be, and
Mm-hmm.
forgive him psychologically,
Mm-hmm.
or you want to take an outward action, how
Okay.
I can, what I must do. So
Okay.
without doing these two,
Mm-hmm.
then the thoughts will compel
Always.
you to come and ask you when you're going to put a closure to it.
Okay, I got it now.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you need to put a closure, sir.
No,
Otherwise, there is no
you,
closure. The door is open. The
yeah.
wind will come. The thought will
Okay.
come by itself.
Even though I think that I can come out of that by forgiving them.
You don't
But
have a
again,
control over your thoughts, sir, because
uh,
you have not conclusively put a closure towards it,
okay.
right?
No,
So you
even
are
though no,
expecting.
what you said, no, forgive him like that. Okay, I'm just ready to go for forgive him
No, I'm
also.
not sorry, sir. I'm not an expert in forgiveness.
Mm,
All I know is I
mm.
need to put a closure to my outward situation.
Out of okay.
Yeah. I
Mm,
hope I answered your question, sir.
exactly. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah. I'd like to just add a bit of help for that person. Sir, Kumar Badri.
Yeah, tell me, sir.
Are
Tell me.
you from which location are you from?
I'm from Chennai, sir.
Chennai. Then have you done Dhyana Mugam?
No, I'm not. Whenever I'm trying to come, I have some built up some other activities. I'll try to
Okay,
come there definitely because
it's
I
just a
saw the
minute.
one of the beach side also one day in
Yeah, yeah. You can
Phantom.
come for one of those. You can come for one of those Bhagavataya satsangs.
Mhm.
Also, you can do the. Have you done the Jnana Mugam?
No, not yet, not yet.
Okay, do one of the mugams, especially the for this kind of releasing your looping thoughts, repeating thoughts. You can do
Mhm.
Vardha Dhyanam. If you attend Dhyana Mugam, you learn a whole lot of tools to handle it. And then if
Okay.
you do the Jnana Mugam, you will realize that you don't need to do anything. You will be able to do what the speaker said. Just put a closure. So just do these things and you will be easily able to do that. Is it
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
Yeah, you will be able to
Uh,
do it in a very, very nice way. That's all I can say.
okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Mr.
So I have another question for the speaker. Your presentation was quite nice. Good. I
Thank you.
just wanted to have a small introduction of your journey into this Bhagavad Padai, as well as your whatever you would like to say about your personal journey and your background or whatever. I didn't.
Sure.
I was there from the beginning, but I didn't get it. So I thought,
Oh, okay. No,
yeah. Thank
I
you.
didn't share it during the live streaming. In fact, my journey might look very um, I didn't speak about this to many people.
And by the way, where are you from?
I'm from Malaysia, sir.
Okay, fine.
You are Mr.
I'm from
Maulu, right?
Chennai. Yeah, I'm Chandramouli. I'm from Chennai.
All right. You see, I've been you want to know? You guys are okay to for me to talk about this because
If you are okay, we are ready to hear.
okay.
Yes.
Very good, sir. We are here. Nice to hear that.
You see, I've been a seeker from a very young age. I wasn't a seeker. I'm sorry. I wasn't a seeker, but I always had experiences which which is I cannot communicate to others. All right. So and I didn't want to attend to it. Young age, teenage years. I want to have a good life, happy life, modern life, like how teenagers do go partying and all that. But deep inside that experience, always I will encounter a lot of experiences. I had many experiences which I doesn't make sense. I mean, objective sense. And I'm a very smart student in Malaysia. I got a governor house and all this. But for me, I couldn't make up what is this for because I was more into entertainment, right? But at that one point, I said, at the age of somewhere in the mid 20s, I said, let's find out what is this. So there started my seeking, sir. And I went through all the religions, major religion. I mean, not touch. If I want to study, I will study the Al Quran full book and go to all section of Islam, Christianity. I read, I go through, I sit in the church, baptized, everything because I want to find what are they saying. I became a Buddhist. I went to monasteries. I went to India, everywhere seeking. Then one fine day, I bought a lot of books, reading because I was more into thinking, right, solving it, and I wanted to find out. I put an end to it, and even to the extent that I travel with my thought to find the very end of it. It's merely end of the day, it's an experience. That's all. Until one fine day, there were no books in that bookstore that I have not bought. Then as I was passing by, then suddenly I stopped by, something pulled me and took one book, and that book, I don't know the author, and it was written in Tamil, and I could read Tamil. And I said, okay, since I can't get any books, let's buy this book. I went back and I studied the whole book. Within 2 days, I finished the book, and I had this experience where I was dumb stuck, I couldn't do anything. Something in me stopped. And I couldn't answer what has happened. Outwardly, I could function, but I couldn't even do any sadhana or anything that I always been practicing. Nothing. And I just looked for who is this author. I wanted to find out. Then I found this number, Jivamani. Then I called him. I said, something happened to me. I don't know. And Jivamani, I mean, during the early years of Jivamani, he said, சார் நீங்க அவர்கள்கிட்டே பேசிருங்க யாருகிட்ட sorry, I'm talking in Tamil, can
I like it. No issues.
okay.
Yes, sir. Everyone knows.
Yeah, can, right? Okay. Mr. Shankar, you can edit it since I'm talking in Tamil. Sorry, Prakash, is it?
Sir, we are okay with Tamil, sir. We are happy to listen your Tamil. It's a nice.
Okay. எங்க விட்டேன் ஜீவமணி கால் பண்ணோன்னே அவர் சொன்னாரு நீங்க நேரா ஐயா கிட்டே ஃபோன் பண்ணி பேசுங்க. Then I called Ayya, then I explained to him what happened. I've read so many books and scriptures and all this, and I read this book, something happened. What is this? Ayya சொன்னாரு ஆமாவா அப்படியா அப்ப நீங்க முடிச்சுக்க வேண்டியதுதான் முடிஞ்சிருச்சுன்னாரு. He was so simple. முடிஞ்சிருச்சு முடிச்சுக்குங்க. And I was just sat there and I said, அவ்வளவுதானா சார்? அவ்வளவுதான் முடிஞ்சிருச்சு உங்களுக்கு. And I just said, okay, thank you. And I put down. I didn't want to meet him, nothing. I haven't met him, It's just a book randomly came to Malaysia. But he told me this. I have that Bhagavad mission, or that time they don't have a mission, that he has not sent any books to Malaysia. They have not. But miraculously, it landed in my hand. And the very next 2 weeks, I didn't want to meet him. I didn't want to go to India. But somehow or other, I was invited by someone to follow. And since I'm going to, I called. Ayya said he will come to meet me, and we met and we chat. And that was 18 years ago. That's how it unfolded. And from then onwards, I placed my kisses to Ayya's feet.
Super. It sounds like a fairy tale, but it happens, yeah.
But yeah, that's why I didn't want to share it.
No, that's the most interesting part. You should share that.
So really, really wonderful.
Yeah, nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll close the meeting.
Hi, Muru. Nirupama
Hello.
here. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. This is the first time I'm getting to hear a full-length speech from you, though we've spoken a number of times, but this is my first time listening to you on a formal lecture, and I really enjoyed it. Well done. Super. Kudos. Looking forward to quite a lot more speeches.
Ayya's Asirvadam.
Yeah, yes. And we have to take it to quite a lot of audiences. Let's all together try to do this. Wonderful, sir. Very happy for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaskar.
Thank you, Mr. Muru, for the wonderful session. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. See you again next Saturday. Have a peaceful and blessed week ahead. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.